What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today I just hit a chest and back workout, and I'll give you a quick look on what my post-workout meal will look like. So we have to start off with some protein, and for the protein source I have some lean chicken breast. So it's not that much fat and it has a good amount of protein, which is very necessary after a workout because you want to repair those muscle fibers that you tore down at the gym through what's called protein synthesis. And next, you have to have some vegetables. I personally like getting frozen vegetables because I think food waste is one of the saddest things. Also, it preserves its nutrient state when vegetables are frozen. And you need vegetables to get your fiber and your micronutrients. And your micronutrients is a fancy word to say vitamins and minerals. And then we also have my favorite is some tricolor grape tomatoes. So this gives you a great source of lycopene, which is shown to prevent prostate cancer, and also vitamin A, which is really good for your eyes and for your skin as well. If you've ever heard of people that have night blindness, if you ever heard of people that can't see well at the night, which is called night blindness, is that they're deficient in vitamin A. So if you don't want to be blind at the night, get some of these tomatoes. And I'm not going to be cooking these, but I got some carrots that I'm just going to be snacking while I cook. Alright, and for my carb source, I'm going to use a little bit of white rice. So a lot of people are like, oh my god, white rice is so bad, brown rice is way better for you. Personally, when I eat brown rice, it bloats me out a lot, and I just react better eating white rice. So nutrition should be tailored to your specific needs and how your body reacts to food. I like to think of it like a science experiment. Just try out certain foods and keep in mind how it makes you feel and look after. Plus, I also like having some carbohydrates with my post-workout meal because I like having carbohydrates with my post-workout meal because carbohydrates stimulate insulin, and insulin is an anabolic hormone and helps with the uptake or absorption of amino acids. So it helps with protein absorption. And recently I changed to this hex-clad pan. I used to cook with Teflon, but I found out that Teflon is toxic because it has a compound called polytetrafluoroethylene, which can potentially kill you, and it could cause developmental delays, and it could possibly cause cancer. So we're heating this up, and generally I'd like to cook with avocado oil, but I ran out. I need to go to the supermarket and get some. But the next best thing is olive oil. So we're just gonna coat the pan a little bit with that, and we're gonna start cooking our chicken breast in a bit. Alright, so our pan is pretty hot right now, which is good. And here we have our chicken breast. What I'm going to do is just dab it up a little bit to dry it out because any excess moisture will interfere with the proper browning process of the chicken breast. So I'm just going to do this a little bit. It's not that serious. And as you can see, it's already pre-seasoned. Okay, do that. Now we're going to drop the chicken breast into the pan. Make sure to drop away from you. If you drop towards yourself, you're going to get splashed. So we're just going to, there you go. And just move it a little bit over here. And same thing, drop away from yourself. Oh yeah. Then we're going to just lower the heat just a little bit. Don't be afraid to lower the heat. And we're going to let that cook for a bit. Alrighty, so I'm just gonna take a quick peek on how the chicken's doing on the other side. So yeah, here we have a perfect golden brown. This is what I always look for. I just want to press it real quick. When it's raw, it generally has a spongy type of texture. What I want is a bouncy, firm texture, which is what I'm looking for. And you don't want to fidget with this too much, just leave it there and let the pan do its thing. Alrighty, so the chicken's just about done. I wish this camera had some like smell vision that you could be able to smell this aroma because it smells so good. As you can see, it's browned on both sides, which is what I want. So let's plate this. Alright, we have one here. We have one here. So this is our protein for this meal. Now we're gonna recycle and use this sauce that we use for the chicken which is basically olive oil with some chicken juice, and cook our tomatoes. So we're just gonna slide this onto your pan. And again, tomatoes are really good for your skin. So most skincare is done on the inside. The skincare industry is a very profitable industry because they try to sell you all these expensive creams. One of the most important tips for skincare is to have a nutrient-dense diet, protect yourself from the sun, and just stop wrinkles before they form. It's more preventative rather than curing it. So we're just gonna lower the heat on this and let it simmer for a bit. These are just chock full of flavor and juice. However, the tomato is a little too juicy, so I'm gonna add some salt to one flavor and hopefully draw out some of that extra water. Alright, so these tomatoes look just about right. So we're gonna plate this as well. And we're gonna put some of this tomato juice over this chicken breast. Alright, and now while these tomatoes cool down a bit, I'm going to cook some of these vegetables, because if you eat these tomatoes now, you're just gonna burn your mouth and your tongue, and it's not a good time. We're just gonna, it's not fancy, I'm just grabbing it with my hand because I'm not a chef. These are called Asian stir-fry vegetables. I bought them at BJ's or at Costco, wherever works for you guys. And I'm gonna put this lid over it so it could steam inside. And I'm gonna leave that for a bit. And I don't stir it around. What I do, I just do this. Alrighty, now that this has been cooking for a while, we're gonna add some soy sauce. This is the reduced sodium version. You can use a regular sodium version, it doesn't matter. However, if you have celiac disease or you're following a gluten-free diet, soy sauce does have some gluten. Alright, now I'm just gonna add a little bit of rice. Here come the carbophobes. Oh my god, you're eating rice! What are you doing? You're gonna get diabetes! Oh my god! We're gonna die! Alright, and just like that, we have a simple post-workout meal, which will help rebuild the muscle that I tore down at the gym hitting chest and back. We have our protein, we have our fiber, we have our vitamin A and lycopene, and we have some simple carbohydrates, or better known as starchy carbohydrates. And I am not a chef. This didn't take 3 hours to do. Took less than 20 minutes. So you can do it as well.